Yo, what's going on? Market just got started. It's coming down. Looks like we're filling the gap on the Qs and let's see on SPY as well. We got SPY on there filling the gap as well. This is gonna fill. Probably grab a quick short from here to here. Quick short. Gotta be quick though, because that thing's coming down. Pullback. Let me see what the futures Nasdaq looks like. Okay, so we're making lower highs, lower lows, so in a bit of a downtrend here. We got resistance up at the highs. And market's coming down to yesterday's close level. I'm expecting we could bounce from here. So if I was short, I would be getting out right around this dotted line, just yesterday's close. Could act as support. Price might pull back up and could potentially come back down more. Oh, this zone was resistance, and we could be coming down using that support. Qs. No better way to start the morning with some nice coffee and some pre-market money already made. You feel that gap right there? See, we're starting to react off of this area right here. I'll be careful if you were short. Weakness. And it started out strong selling, not bad, good follow up, and then now we're seeing weakness from the sellers right here. So I'll be very careful. Good morning, good morning. How are you guys doing today? Let's make some money. money. Let's make some money. Right now, market's coming down to this area right here. The support could potentially be seen as support because it was resistance last, but right now I'm just waiting. There was a quick opportunity for some shorts right here to here, but I didn't take it, so I'm just waiting for another opportunity to see what we can do. Right now, just kind of chilling, waiting for the setup. How about you guys? You guys taking any trades yet? Pull up a tab here, see if we got some news going on today. This one. YouTube. There we go. See.
Este no es cosa o este otro.
Es el, cualquiera de los dos, donde dice live, cualquiera de los dos. Eso lo puedes dar ahí o le puedes dar aquí arriba al círculo.
Pero me veo que no sale.
Es lo que tengo en la pantalla.
Pay down our debt and to ensure that we are no longer faced with a crippling national debt in the trillions that is going to bankrupt our nation for future generations. So that money coming back home will make America in the green rather than in the red, which any small business owner across the country, I believe, can appreciate.
So this zone right here, this was resistance yesterday. This is support today. It looks like buyers are really strong here. It looks like buyers are really strong. This could be a reversal here, guys. This could be a reversal.
Old school shuttle diplomacy where they're in separate rooms and messages are passed back and forth. So is the president comfortable with the arrangement there, and what is the chief objective?
Well, I have spoken to both the president and also his national security team who is engaged in these discussions. These will be direct talks with the Iranians, and I want to make that very clear. I also spoke to the president just last night about his goal when it comes to Iran, and he has reiterated repeatedly to all of you publicly and also privately to his team here at the White House, his ultimate goal and the ultimate objective is to ensure that Iran can never obtain a nuclear weapon. The president believes in diplomacy, direct talks, talking directly in the same room in order to achieve that goal, but he's made it very clear to the Iranians and his national security team as well that all options are on the table, and Iran has a choice to make. You can agree to President Trump's demand, or there will be all hell to pay, and that's how the president feels. He feels very strongly about it.
And can you update us on Mr. Witkoff in Russia and what's happening with direct communications with Vladimir Putin?
You're the
I can confirm that Mr. Witkoff is in Russia to have direct communications with the Kremlin and with Vladimir Putin. This is another step in the negotiating process towards a ceasefire and an ultimate peace deal in Russia.
let's see how they react to this level
As
here.
these negotiations are
All right,
beginning,
I
will
think
not get ahead of the president
I
on his
think
team,
we're
but I
gonna
think the
start going up
president has
now.
been quite clear that
Buys are really
he's
strong
continually
here.
frustrated with both sides of this conflict, and he wants to see this fighting end. He wants the war to end. We believe we have leverage in negotiating a deal, to a peace
I
deal.
just don't
and we
like
can
that
use
we're
leverage. The president is
in between the
determined
20
to see this through.
1 EMA in between the 200 because usually price likes to chop around here and then it'll probably break out. So
All of the
just
things
waiting
the
for
president
something.
said are true. The president was
Maybe you see some follow through from the buyers here.
If China intends to make a deal with the United States, if China
They're not saying nothing crazy on the news. Let's see how the charts react. This is where the money's made. This is it.
I will try along maybe at the speed of this line here, 3.1 for a more meaningful buy. Now I can scalpel for
Look at
10, 20 points.
real quick.
For a more meaningful 40, 50 points down, it'll have to be
Turn this up. Let's bring up. Let's bring up. Take off all these indicators real quick. I want to take a look at the price by itself, and I want to see where price wants to go. Pick up the time frame.
Next week, see better, guys. I took your advice. I took your suggestion.
I'm guessing the sellers want to sweep these lows right here.
So I am fair flagging, guys. Be careful. Fair flagging. Fair flagging in 5 minutes. Okay. Be careful. So yeah, I mean, I paid for two internet services, so definitely gonna be up. And next week we should be good.
Alright, let's go up to a higher time frame here. Let's get the overall picture of the market.
When your community is following you, and
Get
you
the
have
overall
others
picture.
for your followers, wouldn't that be different?
Go higher number.
Alright guys, be careful, be careful guys, we're gonna do a little chop, okay? I do like to press any,
See, there could potentially be another trend line coming down from here. See here. But I'm seeing that from this high, right? I'm seeing from this high, we broke this low right here. We broke the support. Market pulled back, but we haven't broken this high, meaning that we're still
so right now
on a downtrend. This high is strong enough to break the low, right? So sellers are strong here, buyers are strong here. So we're caught between a point where sellers are strong, buyers are strong, and we're caught in the middle of that.
And if it gets this area straight up no pullback, I'm gonna come back.
So if we do go down,
I don't know what it is. I do know in Chinese.
we do go down, we need to hold below this.
And to be honest, by the grace of God,
We need to hold below this.
1300. I know how we. I know
This
how
zone right here, right?
right now. I know.
Sellers are strong, they'll hold below this support right here, and then we'll continue to make lower lows, lower highs. If buyers are strong, we'll push above this support right here, right? And then we'll see, you know, what we're seeing right now, long wick rejection, prices coming up. So we might be coming up to these areas up here, potentially. Let's go back to a lower time frame, get a closer look.
If it is a misrepresentation to our style, maybe if you love the community, good.
Yep. So we got strong buying pressure. I think this is gonna turn around.
But it's one account in a 100
I think this wants to turn
one
around.
account load in a 100
We have a bearish fair value gap right here.
If you rotate after 100 point of giving lows, you will take 3 accounts and a back lows, then you stop. That's very different than this guys, oh let's skip this, many times possible. You know guys, actually the first guy that I learned the rotation from that showed you guys, he actually says he broke under 200,000. He's a guy who knocked $1 million.
Just a little bit.
So our strategy, I mean, to advise you again, is you know, look, if you get to here and this account blows and I lose $15,
There we go. So yeah, so we're seeing now rejection. So I'm seeing that sellers are reacting to this fair value gap. We tried to bring it down here, they failed. Buyers came back strong. If we close above this fair value gap, right, buyers close above this fair value gap, then I'm looking for price to push higher.
You heard me say that multiple times. If you're gonna tell, please don't be scared. When you have settled your mind and you're ready, then come back.
Just gotta be careful here because this is a supply zone here as well.
When I tell people,
So we could be pushing up here and then coming down
you know how many times I tell people in DMs,
as well. That could be another possibility. But for the most part, I think I'll go long. If this closes above, we had this strong move yesterday. Yesterday, we sweep liquidity on the lows right here. Each one of these lows got taken out. These lows didn't get taken out, but we're using it, right? This zone is kind of supporting price right here. Yeah. I think I'll go long but I want to see a strong, very strong close here. No wick, very little or no wicks on this candle. Alright, let's go into a lower time. I want to see what the two-minute time frame looks like. And now let's put the EMAs and the indicators on. Put the EMAs and VWAP. We got a double bottom right here.
So this trade is squeezing me a little bit right now, but as long as we stay below this 5-1,
Double bottom right there.
I will hold short. But if we start
We're above the 21.
I will start going long. I'll start going
See what that looks like on the 5 here.
Right now, the squeezing out. On the first pump here,
Still not formed yet.
Discount at this 100-point range. We'll probably win.
On the 2-minute. You have to see it on the 2-minute too. Yeah.
I'm gonna put in my
On the 2-minute early.
straight out here.
It's right there on the 2-minute time frame.
That's the strategy. If it goes
That's
straight up,
the neckline for the
40, I will short it in my fund.
double bottom right there.
Short in my fund.
Could potentially pull back and pull back. No, bottom because it's coming down. So if it's going down, it can't do a double top when its price is declining. When it's coming down, double bottom reversal.
And for those of you who use it, just remember, don't use it on tilt. Only use it if you are trading with this range.
Want to see how that 5-minute close looks like? See, so I don't like this candle like that. This 5-minute candle. You see that there's very little wick at the bottom, which is good, but then there's a long wick at the top, which is not good. So now if I'm gonna think this is gonna go higher, I need to see another follow-up candle above this trend line right here. We need to break above it, because this candle right here was not convincing enough to let me know that alright, price is gonna push higher. It looks more like rejection, right? We tapped into this fair value gap, we tapped into this order block here, and buyers aren't closing strong, so it's not a good look for the buyers right there. And if we get a strong red candle, right, it's indicating sellers are very much responding to this order block, right? Because this is useless now. This fair value gap is already taken out. It's got filled. We tap into this order block right here, and now we're seeing strong selling pressure, and then we're kind of pushing off of these fair value EMAs and the VWAP. So I think you could potentially take it short into this lows right here, but we have to have a strong close. So if this candle leaves a long wick as well, just like the previous one did, then I wouldn't take a trade there. I would just wait for something that looks good, something that looks highly probable. So keep that in mind. I'm liking the close. I'm liking the close below this neckline of the double bottom. I'm liking this close below it. I think price is gonna push lower. We got lower highs along this trend line. We got lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, lower highs. I want to see follow up though. I do not want to see green candle yet. I want to see some follow up. I think this could go down here, then come up. We could go down here, then come up.
So far, we're about half an hour into the week, and we have kind of established the range. Now, this range is not that bad, right? We're talking about like 150 and 200 points. So,
Them shorts are gonna work, I think. I'm gonna take a try at it. I think it looks convincing enough. I like to see this candle close strong right here below this green candle. Kind of confirm it for me. But I think I like this kind of setup here, going lower to then push higher. Nope, damn failed.
right now, guys, about 420 over 5 hits, but the squeeze up into 580s is kind of level. They keep on holding this area, and the 5 hits.
Buyer said nope, not yet. Might be pushing higher now because that failed. So if that's the case, I'm gonna wait for price to push above this zone, and then if we get a pullback here, I'm going to look for some buys to go higher. But as long as we're below this blue line here, I'm not taking buys into this trend line, because you never know. You can never guess like a breakout. You know what I'm saying? It's tough to be like, all right, we're just gonna push past this line, right? I'd rather see the breakout happen and then see a pullback where I can buy into it. So I'll either buy here or sell here if the sellers kind of take control back here and push below this low right here. That's the two plays that I'll take. There it is. That's the shorts right there. Yes. Come on, close strong. There we go. Alright. The shorts are confirmed. Shorts are confirmed. Coming down. The reason why I say it's confirmed is because if market was gonna go higher, right? this neckline right here, this neckline for this double bottom would have held. Right? We would have moved higher from it. Would have bounced off of this and gone higher. But buyers attempted to push it higher and they failed. Now sellers are close below it. Right? Strong close. Right? That's a very strong red candle. It's letting me know, okay, sellers are in control now. Sellers are in control now. So there's a good probability that this will come down. And like I said, our target might be sweeping these lows right here. But who knows? We might come back all the way down to yesterday's lows. Right, all the way down here. That's another possibility too. But yeah, I would have guessed the buyers would want to bring this up if they hold this neckline, which they did not. So there it is. Now I like to consider the close on the 5-minute time frame. I go down to the 5-minute, and we don't really have a strong close on this candle. So the 5-minute, I use the 5-minute a lot to kind of confirm the condition of the buyers and sellers. Know if it's closed strong, if it closed weak. Like I said earlier, the buyers closed weak on this candle here, right? And that gave me the first idea that okay, we might move lower. And then I noticed the neckline on the 2-minute time frame. It's a double bottom. And I'm like, okay, well, if buyers want to bring this up, right, and I'm trying to look at this from both perspectives, right? I'm trying to look at it from the lens of a buyer, and I'm trying to look at this from a lens of a seller. And I'm noticing that, okay, there's a double bottom here. Buyers are going to push this higher. They're going to hold this, right? They're going to hold this, push it higher. Sellers want to bring it down, they're gonna hold below it to push it lower. But it looks like sellers are attempting to push lower, but they're not holding it. See how it came lower and then it just quickly pushed back up. So I want this next candle to be red for my shorts to work out. Because if we get a there we go. Holy shit. There we go. Jesus. Alright, so yeah, I want this next candle to be red. Why? Because the buyers are pushing because there's a bullish fair value gap here, right? They tapped into it and then price pushed up higher. If we push even higher, creating a higher high, then now this downtrend is cooked. Right? So sellers need to respond very quickly here to kind of take back control. Now this is going lower. So if you got shorts with me, we should be all in profits right now. We should be all in profits right now. Okay, and I'm looking. This is the same price action, guys, as QQQ. If I show you QQQ, it's the same. We're looking at the same stuff. Right? See the double bottom right here on the 2-minute. Double bottom on the 2-minute. That's the neckline. Right, we're looking at the same stuff. Double bottom on the QQQ, double bottom on the NQ is practically the same price action. Here we have a red hammer candle. Here we have a red hammer candle. The only thing that will look different is the EMAs and the VWAP and all that. That's the only thing that's gonna look different because the NQ has price action overnight. And the QQQs don't. So these lines, these EMAs and VWAP, they move according to price. So that's why the lines will look different. But the price action, the candlesticks itself, will look different. It will look different. We need to break through this. So this dotted line right here is a previous day close, and the previous day close can act as support and resistance. So I'm looking for this to quickly break through this. I don't want to see it, chop like it did here as we reach that zone. I want to see chop. I want to see a clean breakthrough, for me to, feel like, all right, we for sure pushing lower. If it starts to chop around here, then they could just reverse this back up. Are you guys following through on everything I'm showing here? When you say turn around, meaning turn back down? Yep. I meant like turn back down. Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I was hoping here for sellers to hold below this neckline, for this to come down, and now I want to see sellers push them below this yesterday's close price. I don't mind if we take one candle pause, but I want to see this next candle push below, because what can happen here, like I said, this can go back up again, right? The market can do crazy shit like that. So I'm looking for this to quickly break through here. I want to see the volume in sellers still stay strong. As you can see, this candle is pretty big, so that also kind of represents the volume as well, not just the volume indicator. Okay. This is the volume indicator down here. Okay. So I judge by the size of the candle and by how many candles it consecutive prints. Like it's a print 3 candles in a row, or is it printing red, green, red, green, red, green? That lets you know about a lot about the momentum. And right now we're seeing a lot of buying momentum here, a lot of buying pressure, and I want to see sellers quickly, like they did here, just quickly push below. Come on, we in there, let's go. I got a QQQ put on my Webull app, and let's see. Yeah, we need this to quickly push lower. Buyers are stepping in here. This could be a trap here. These red candles could be a trap. Right. I never want to see strength and then no follow through. Right. We see strength. We saw follow through on the first one. We see strength, no follow through. We see strength, no follow through. So we might be cooked. We might be cooked. If we close above this, I'm closing that trade. I want to see this neckline hold here. Come on. Just patient here, be patient. Let's wait for price to let us know what to do. And not let the P&L shake you out, right? If it's working, it's working, right? We see sellers are holding below the neckline. There's no reason for me to close my puts. Sir. Same thing here. Alright, so what I can see here that I know for sure wants to attract price, I see a bullish for value gap. We could come down and fill that. could come down and fill it. We could come down and reject it. We could come down, completely fill it, and completely reject it as well. So I'm gonna hold these shorts as long as we stay below this neckline here. I'm gonna hold these shorts probably until down here, or probably until I see that the selling pressure is starting to weaken. So once you start seeing like the red candles getting a little bit smaller and smaller, and you start seeing volume die out, that's when I'll probably exit that trade. QQQ put, yeah, let's go, man, let's go. It's coming down. The sellers are present, and let's just, let's just go with the sellers. But they need to have follow through here, right? We had a strong red candle here, and then we had a green candle. We have a strong red candle here. Oh, we need to see follow through. Get no follow through. We might just also be chopping here, like I said earlier, where we're not between EMAs. Price likes to chop around, chop around, chop around, chop around, and then by the time this moves, even if it moves in your favor, you might still be down because now theta killed your contract. So it all depends here. We're just trying to manage this as best as we can, and trying to make some money here, trying to finish the week strong. Today's the last day. Tomorrow will be Easter, so the market's closed. Let me take a look here at SPY. SPY should be coming down as well. Alright, so SPY's looking good. SPY looking good. There we go. Yep, we're coming down. We're coming down. You see how SPY's pushing below the 21 EMA, and it's pushing very strong right now. This is letting me know SPY also hasn't completely filled this gap from last night, so it's gonna probably come down, fill the entire gap here, and Q's is probably gonna come down into this fair value gap. That should actually be green, so let me change that. Want to see price also push past this like doji here. See this doji right here? I want to see price quickly get to that, because we have a lot of things. Price is showing us that it wants to come lower, but we have a lot of things in the way that might make it tough for us to get through, and as you can see, price hasn't broke through this yesterday's close, right? I know price sometimes uses these dojis as a turnaround point. Sometimes the fair value gaps can be a turnaround point, especially from a strong move like yesterday. This was a very strong move yesterday afternoon. So these are just all my observations here. You in two? Let's go, man. Let's go. Yeah, with this talk about the tariffs and all that shit, man, I think this market's just gonna come down. Yo, me too. If we fill that up, I'll close my trade, or if it comes down, you can trim. If you have more than one contract, you can close one. We might come down here as well too. We could bounce off of this. As you can see, there's another double bottom here, another neckline, and this neckline, as you saw here, we broke above it, price pushed higher. So kind of like the same thing here, but here we failed. So that this same play right here failed. So this should be coming lower. It should be coming lower. Let's go, let's go. Making some money. Hold. It's not take profit time. It's not take profit time. It's hold time. Hold. Now that I'm seeing, this is what I'm noticing now. You see all this chop right here, right? Before it's actually coming down. This only happens sometimes. It's not always the case, but sometimes when it's coming down, but it's kind of like fighting to go down. It like, I look at it as in a way like it holds pressure, right? Like buyers are obviously in control right now. But what it does is sometimes it just snaps and it pops and it quickly comes down because there's a lot of buyers. There's a lot of people also buying this and saying, all right, this might go higher. I'm gonna buy it. There's a lot of people saying, all right, I'm gonna sell it. I think it's coming down. So eventually it gets to the point where now the buyers can't hold no more, right? They'll be at a loss and they'll sell. You know, they'll take the losses. They'll close their contract, and for buyers to close their contracts, they have to sell, right? If you enter the market as a buyer, you have to leave as a seller, whether you're in profit or you're at a loss. So what happens now is that usually buyers will now take their losses, right? They'll close their buying positions, and then this will create a lot of pressure to the downside. So you're seeing all this buying. They couldn't get higher. This is probably gonna snap down the same way we popped yesterday. This thing might drop that just like it did. Just like we might see it now. We might see it. Hope so. There we go. The sellers are in there. Let's go. I'm up 24%. I'm hoping we get down here. Sellers seem to push through this yesterday's close. There we go. Y'all gotta push through. Watch this thing like pop. Come on. Nice. Yup. Yeah, take your money and go, man. Once you're up, take your money and go. I'm looking for this to come down. We should at least get down here. Sometimes we bounce out of this level right here on the Fib, 0.382, but I'm looking for us to come down and bounce off of this level right here. And yeah, you just have to be patient. Because the market doesn't move in a straight line, yo. Market does not move in a straight line. You know, I know. You got to have that patience, yo. Believe in your setup. Right? Yup. You got to, man. You got to, because the market will make you think you're wrong, and then shake you out of your position, right? It'll get you to you know, close your contract, and then next thing you know, you close your contract, and then the play moves in your favor like a second after. And then you're really pissed. You're like, man, I was in that trade. I could have just held a little bit longer. I would have been fine. But, you know. Now, as it comes down here into this zone, right, there's two things. Will market pop hard coming down like it did yesterday, right? Just straight through, which is not a common scenario. Or will it come down, bounce, and then go lower or reverse, right? Will it come down, bounce, maybe use the previous day close as resistance, and then go lower into this double bottom neckline, right? So we're basically just looking at this as like, what are the probabilities, right? What's the probability this market will continue going lower, lower, and lower? And what's the probability that, you know, we'll hit here, and then for some reason the market will find a purpose to be like, all right, now it's time to buy, right? So all we could do as traders, is look at, right, read the chart, read the price. We're reading the price, we're reading structure, and that alone should tell us like what we need to know, right? Because we don't need to also capture the entire move. All we need is usually, you know, a small move out of the entire thing. We don't need to capture the whole thing, because I've never captured an entire move, like maybe a couple of times, but usually I'm just looking for you know, piece of the pie, right? Piece of the pie, because we never know what market's going to turn around. So we'll just be patient, look at the chart. We'll do our best when it comes to reading the candles, right? So what are we seeing right now, guys? What are the last candles that we're seeing, right? We're seeing that buyers are weak going into this yesterday's close, right? Because we're seeing these long wicks at the bottom of the red candles, right? Now buyers are weak here because buyers have a wick on the top of the green candle, so buyers are weak there. But sellers are still bringing price down, but sellers aren't really strong here yet, right? I'm not seeing strength on the sell side, but it's still coming down. You get me? So the clues are on the chart. Like if you just focus on reading price, you know, in time as well, you'll know where price is going, right? Now I know price sometimes likes to, the market likes to do a reversal usually around 10:30. Can't explain why it does it, but it just does. So that's why right now I'm looking for sellers to really step in and be tough right now. Because if they're not, then, you know, it's not too convincing that this is, alright, we're gonna go all the way down. You know what I'm saying? It will drop like yesterday. I hope so. There we go. Let's go, man. There it is. See? Patience, guys. Patience. There we go. So we got through this. Let me take that off. Alright. Man, he's saying it'll drop like yesterday, man. I might just hold you to that, man. Let's see. This is also a slow grind. When you see that slow grind, it usually goes on forever. It's kind of like yesterday, right? When we saw this slow grind here at this point yesterday, right here, right? We see the slow grind down. Tries to go up, slow grind, and then snap, right? Slow grind here. Check this out. Slow grind. It just goes on forever, right? So I feel like this might be kind of like a similar scenario. Just a slow grind, slow grind, slow grind. But it just keeps going and going and going. So this is que lo que. Oh. Let's see. All right, how we doing, chat? How we doing? Are we closing? Are we taking taking profits? Are we taking profits? I'm up 58%. Who's gonna hold? Who's gonna hold? We've seen buyers react to that fair value gap. Nope. Yeah, the buyers are kind of cooked right now. Kind of cooked. We could see a bounce in here. At least even a small retracement here into this zone right here. So just be aware of that. As long as we stay below this purple line right here, this could just, you know, I like to use the 90 MA as well. I feel like that's pretty good indicator for momentum. There we go. We're filling the gap, guys. We're filling the gap. Oh, I don't like that. I don't like that. Come on. I want to see a strong close. Strong. Let's go. Come on, man. Man, it's all probability, man. It could have turned around. I don't know. You know, I can't tell the future, but hey, you're never wrong for taking profit, man. For making money. You know, you made money, and that's all that matters. That's all that matters. I'm up. Oh, snap, 78%. Should we close? Should we hold? I'm gonna hold, guys. I'm gonna hold. It's practically Friday in the market. Tomorrow the market's closed, so we've seen some buyers in here. We've seen the buyers in there. See this long wick on the red candle here. So they're reacting to this. This could do a pullback. This could do a pullback. You're holding? Okay. Okay, tough guy. Still up 38. Okay. Nice. 38, not bad. So let's go back to the 5 minute real quick. I want to see how the candles are printing on the 5 minute. Give me a little bit more confirmation of what. Ooh, that's not good. Right? Look at these candles on the 5 minute. We got, right? So strong selling here. You know, we're looking a little small here on the selling. It's getting bigger as we're stepping into this fair value gap, and now we're getting smaller again. Right? We're losing momentum here. But I don't know, the way the market's been, this thing this thing can still drop like crazy. Okay. I'm also seeing we got a support here from yesterday. We got support here. Oh, hold on. We got support here from yesterday. Right. This is the fair value gap right here. Kind of lines up with the Fibonacci retracement. So this might be a good spot to take profit, guys. This might be a good spot. I'm not gonna lie. 441. Oh no, you gotta put a 441. Oh no, man, that's a bad entry right there. That's a tough entry right there, man. Well, let's see. You never know. The market's crazy. Look at what it did yesterday in the afternoon, right? It just ripped to the freaking sky. So it can do the same thing today in the way down. You never know. Right? We're still printing red candles, right? Since up here, look, red candle. So this might not be right. It might not be moving fast, but it's going. It's going. We're holding below the yesterday's close price as well. Right? We're still down here, so the probability for a lower move is there. Right? Below yesterday's close on SPY as well. Right? They kind of like to move together, these two, SPY and QQQ. I always watch them together, so whenever you get on the live stream, you'll see, I will always have SPY and QQQ, or I might have NQ and ES, which is the S&P on futures. But they're the same thing, guys. It's exactly the same shit. It's just a different name, pretty much. I'm still on the shorts, guys. I'm still on the shorts. You closed? Come on, man. Come on, man. We're making money here, man. You guys don't want to make money? Alright, that's cool. I'll make some for you. I'll make some. I'll make some for you guys. Let's go, man. Oh, we're going lower. Let's see. Be patient. Patient pays, guys. We make money when we're patient. We make money when we're patient, yo. Let's go. Yeah, this shit's crazy today. This market's crazy. What? Alright, I might close. No. Alright, we're going lower. It's going lower. I don't know. It keeps going lower. Let's see. Jesus. Alright, you know what? I'm gonna not be greedy. I'm closing this. I'm up like 93%. I might close it. Let me look at the lower time frame so I can see the 1 minute. Because as soon as I see some sellers stepping in, I'm out. As soon as I see some some buying pressure. As soon as I see some buying, I'm out. As soon as I see some buying, I'm out. Come on. Let's go. Yo, this shit's going nowhere. Let's go. Yo, for no reason, yo. This is crazy. Right? Let's go. Alright, I'ma close there. I'm happy. I'm happy with what I got. I'm up 96%. 96%. I'm good. I'm so good. I'm done for the day, actually. You know, I'm done. I'm done for the day. I am so done. One trade and done. I entered. Where did I enter at? I entered on this candlestick right here. On the close below the neckline. My stop was right here at these highs. And I scalped it from here, from that red candle to the very low of that move. Yo. That's crazy. That's crazy. You guys making money too, man? Let's go. How much y'all guys make, yo? I don't care about the dollars. What's the percentage, yo? If you make 10%, 20%, yo, that's all that matters, man. That's all that matters. Make a profit and close the trade and enjoy the day, man. That's all you gotta do. Take the opportunity when it's there, and that's it. Close it. We got out the perfect time. Now buyers are stepping in. We're done. We're done. Close one. Now I close mine. You close one. You got a runner. We might go down to this. We might go down lower, possibly. I don't know. It could come down to this. Support. I mean resistance. Could turn support here. But then you have to see a very strong selling candle off of this purple EMA right here. This 21 EMA. If we see that, then we know sellers are still strong. Whew, yo, I got out at the perfect time, bro. I closed it at the bottom of the bottom. Ooh, 1 second later, I might have been cooked. If you're holding shorts, man, I don't know. That's all I'm gonna say. I don't know. As long as we hold below yesterday's close, right? As long as we hold below this dotted line, right? We hold below this dotted line, then we might be good, man. The sellers might still have this in the bag, but if we push above it, man, I don't know. I'm not too. I wouldn't be holding above this, right? If we trade above this yesterday's close, because like we said, we have a strong fair value gap from yesterday's, push, and we also have the fib levels that are also lining up. And if you guys know the Fibonacci retracement, it just tells you, right, whenever you see a strong move, you mark it from the very low to the very high of that move, right? So from the very low of yesterday's price, low of yesterday's price action, to the very high of today, right? This zone right here between the 0.5 and the 0.618 is looked at as a discount zone, right? For the buyers in this case, because the strong move was up. Now if this was a strong move down, it'll be the opposite, right? I will be marking the high. So let's say I do this one right here, this move from yesterday. Put it bigger. If it was yesterday's price action, I would do the high of this move here. I'm kind of measuring this whole leg from here to here, and then you would normally see this area right here, from 0.5 to 0.618. You would see sellers kind of step in and take control. But as you see here, right, when we pulled up yesterday to this zone, you saw some hesitation going higher, and then it just popped, right? So that's kind of what I was kind of hoping for here as we reached that level. But then what happened? We started seeing these long wicks, right? We started seeing these long wick rejections into that zone, right? And this is where I closed. I closed right here because I was like, well, you know, the strength of the selling is kind of slowing down. We might pull back, and then we could from here either continue lower or push higher. So kind of just putting everything together, right? Putting all my knowledge in the market, putting it all together, right? I can see clear there's a fair value gap there. I can use the Fibonacci retracement to know where the market might pull back to, right? Bam. Exactly to the zone, right? 0.618. Tapped it, immediately turned around, right? So just using the tools, man. Use the tools that you know, read the price, read the market, get in where you think you can have low risk, right? So I entered here. I had low risk here. And I said, all right, if we hold below the neckline, we're gonna go down. So we hold below the neckline, get another strong push below the neckline, get another hammer candle. So all indicating we're going down, we're going down, we're going down, we're going down, and then we went down. 27%. Grateful thing. Actually, and excellent team. Yeah, for sure, man. Yo, the good thing is that one, we made some profits, and that builds discipline. That builds trust in yourself, in your setup. Right? That, hey, I'm taking a chance here because it looks good. One, right? So I'm not jumping in too early. I waited to till the move looked like it was a short thing. You place your stop, right? You place your risk, and you took profit. So what that means is that your system's working. Whatever you're doing is working, and that builds confidence in your trading. And for you to wait for price to get to your target. So good job, man. Good job. That's a well done trade there. I appreciate you guys here for being here too. Like you said, this is a team. We're all here together, trying to make some money, trying to achieve the same goal. So, some days we win, some days we lose, and we just can't let those losses discourage us from achieving our goal. Yeah, man. I think I'm gonna call it a day. That was a really good trade, and I'm hella happy with it. I like to not overtrade today, and give profits back. So we got some profits. How about I didn't see Manny. Did you make some on that move? Did you get out quickly, man? I know you didn't have a great entry, but yeah, if you get out quickly, man, you might have been able to make a couple dollars there too. Yes sir, yes sir. Yo, that's it for today, guys. If you have any questions, yo, I'm free to help. But right now, shit, we up, man. I think it's a good time. Good time to cut it. Good time to cut it, bro. GG's, yo. Let's hop on Fortnite real quick, get a couple rounds, and let's enjoy this Thursday, yo. Make sure y'all help out the stream as well. Hit the likes, yo. Hit the likes if you make some money. I'm happy, guys. I am happy, guys. Yes, sir. All right, guys. Have a great rest of your day. Deuces.